Surprise! Welcome back to Popology Now TV. I said there wouldn't be a video this week, but I kind of lied. I found the time, so let's get into some of the big news stories and a lot of comebacks and music videos that happened this week. Now, one of the biggest things that developed over the weekend was the cancellation of Iggy Azalea's The Great Escape Tour. The internet has been going in on Iggy for the better part of the year so far, and even a lot of last year. I'll touch on that in a second. But yes, sadly, Iggy has canceled her first arena tour. Iggy took to Twitter to let her fans know that she's so sorry and so sad to let them down. But she promised that she'll be back out on the road when the next album is done. Iggy is in the midst of creating her sophomore album. It's rumored to come out this year. There's nothing concrete so far. A lot of people are thinking that the album is going to be pushed back now that the tour has been canceled. I have literally had it with all this Iggy hate. It is so unnecessary, it's so stale, and it's so old. Who cares at this point? Everyone just keeps complaining that Iggy is so 2014, she's so washed up already, she's a one-hit wonder, she's a has-been, she's this, she's that. This is so annoying. Why are you putting all this energy into this person that you really don't care? Why don't you worry about your faves and how all of their stuff isn't doing, or doing? It's just really unnecessary, and I feel like all this negative energy is so toxic to put out into the music world. Why does everyone have such a fascination with bringing down this girl? It happens with everyone. It happened with Britney Spears, it happened with Ariana Grande late last year, and now it seems like Iggy's taking a lot of it. Granted, I will give you that a lot of stuff was said in the past, whether it was racial related or sexual orientation related or whatever. A lot of people may not like this, but don't act like you didn't say that in your living room with all of your friends too. I'm not condoning racism, I'm not condoning any type of bigotry, but what is the vendetta against her? Why do we need to bring her down? Why can't she just go do her thing and who cares who likes it and who doesn't like it? Is it really that big of a deal in your life? Before I go on like an 11-minute rant, let's just give it a rest. It seems like things are moving in the right direction for Iggy, really. She's basically on a media blackout. She's on a social media blackout. The only thing she has going for her right now is Pretty Girls. This tour will keep her out of the public eye. I say she should just worry about her album, go in the studio, take her time, really take her time to perfect it, and then just come out with a really great song. Not everyone's going to like it. Of course, there's going to be a lot of backlash, but at least she can remain consistent with her hits, and we'll see what the future holds for her. Speaking of Ariana Grande, Ariana is actually in the studio right now creating her third album. She confirmed on Twitter over the weekend that it was called Moonlight and that it will be a little bit of ways away, but she's very excited to share it with all of her fans. What she did over the weekend is she took to Twitter, she tweeted some lyrics from the intro from the album, and she promised that everyone would hear it soon. Now, Ariana has had such a great breakout year. She's had 5 top 20 singles from her My Everything album, and it seems like things are not slowing down for her. The Honeymoon Tour has been extended into the summer, and she's obviously pumping out another CD. Do we think this CD will come out in 2015? If she was smart, she would definitely prep it for a holiday time release with a single in the fall. I think she can do it. She seems to be going on this pattern of churning out an album of the year, so fingers crossed that we get some more Ari sooner rather than later. Moving into somebody who actually collaborated with Ariana Grande and gave her one of her top 10 hits from My Everything, The Weeknd was subjected to a lot of leaks over the past week. Not 1, not 2, but 3 songs have leaked from his rumored upcoming album, and a lot of them had a different sound. Instead of focusing on his moody, darker, all R&B vibe, he's actually moving into a more pop direction on this new album, and Max Martin seems to be behind a lot of these tracks. The standout from all of the leaks was I Can't Feel My Face. It's so incredible. It has this like funky 70s off-the-wall MJ vibe. A lot of people were a little mixed about the sound switch up. Well, don't worry, because what The Weeknd did is on Friday last week, he released the music video for his new single called The Hills. It's probably the darkest visual we got from him so far. It really does fall in line with his typical sound and his typical subject matter. I would definitely check out if you've been a longtime fan of Abel. I'm really excited for this new project. The album's supposed to come out later this year. I hope it has this mix of his all R&B and this new pop sound. If he can have success in both areas, charts and critics, then he's got everything he would ever need. What do you guys think of The Weeknd's new music? Are you feeling the pop direction, or are you wishing he would do stuff more like The Hills? Leave me a comment below and we can vibe about it. Now, a few pop divas are prepping impending projects that they have on their schedules, and not a lot is available right now when it comes to the information, but what we do have is very exciting. We'll start off with J-Lo. J-Lo is obviously doing her Vegas residency, and it looks like she's prepping an album before next January. There's not a lot going on with it, but what we have heard is very exciting. J.Lo and Missy Elliott did a little wink and a nod on Twitter on a collaboration that they have ready to go, and that sent fans into a frenzy, thinking that a new album was ready to go for J.Lo. And then Jason Derulo confirmed in an interview about his album that he actually wrote for J.Lo's new album. I see definitely a fall release for her, a holiday release definitely, and then we would have a single that would kick off the Vegas residency. I definitely see it working out the same way that Britney did. I'm excited for what J.Lo has in store on album 11. She always puts out bangers, and I am expecting nothing less this time around. Moving on to Hilary Duff, her album Breathe In Breathe Out is due out in 3 weeks, and she's finally shared the track list. As we guessed, Chasing the Sun and All About You have been left off the track list. There are 4 bonus tracks for the fan bundle edition, so that may end up there. I'm not holding my breath. But right now where we stand, we have 12 tracks and we have 2 other ones going on the Australian edition. I'm definitely picking up a different vibe from this record than what she originally announced. I can guarantee you that all the folky pop songs are totally eliminated. It's clear as day that she's not really promoting this project, so at least she can give something that the fans have wanted. They've wanted Dignity 2.0, and I think we're definitely going to get that with a slight 2015 sound to it. Over the past week, a lot of comebacks have happened, but no one hit the nail on the head quite like Lil Mama. We have not heard from Lil Mama in quite a while. She kind of confirmed that she gave up on the music industry, but she came back over the weekend with her new single Sausage and its music video. It's promoting safe sex, it's kind of flipping the script on the whole sausage movement that's going on online right now, and it is completely genius. She has done everything to have a successful comeback. Everyone is talking about her, all eyes are on her, and the video is doing really, really well online. I wasn't expecting such an image overhaul for her, but she's really taken it back to the 90s. She's really done this throwback, old school vibe. She's taking references from Left Eye, she's mixing it with 2015 fashion. She's giving us choreography like no one gives us choreography anymore. She looks incredible. I am so happy that she's back, and I never thought I would say that in a million years. If you guys have not watched Sausage, you should check it out right now at the site. You should go listen to it. It is fantastic. Moving on to 4 other ladies that had comebacks this week. Katharine Mcphee dropped the new single from her album Hysteria. Hysteria is due out July 21st, and Lick My Lips leads us into that era. It's not wow by any means, but it's definitely a solid pop song, and I would definitely give Katharine a B for her effort. The song has this funky retro vibe, it's kind of on trend, and she did alright with her comeback. Icona Pop is finally back on the scene this week. They released their single Emergency. Out the window is those all EDM references, and instead they have this Gatsby 1920s dance vibe. It definitely threw me for a loop. I wasn't expecting that by any means, and I like that they're reinventing their sound a little bit, so I definitely give them an A for that. McKee jumped out on the scene this week too and released her first single in 2 years, Bombastic. A lot of fans and a lot of people are into it. I'm not so much. I think it's definitely duplicating a lot of people right now, and I think she's still falling into the whole pattern of the whole Kesha Katy Perry thing. I think the visual looks great. I really like the aesthetic there, so I'll give the video a B-, but the song, sorry Bonnie, it's not doing it for me. The last lady releasing brand new music this week is Anjulie. Anjulie is a Juno Award-winning Canadian dance pop artist. She's flirted with different sounds here and there, but now she's mixing 90s alternative music with 2015 pop in her new single, Falling in Love Again. And I was pleasantly surprised that she was able to mesh these 2 sounds that definitely don't go together so well. I give her new single a B+. You guys should definitely check it out. Right now it's only exclusive to Canadian iTunes and Canadian Spotify, but you can head on over to our site and stream it. I'm sure you guys will like it. Moving into the last bit of news, a lot of music videos came out this week, but 3 caught my eye and they're definitely worth bringing up. Little Mix released Black Magic. It's got this cartoonish, a little slightly Disney Channel vibe. It's loosely based on The Craft. There's a lot of character work in it, but I think the girls look great in it. I think it's funny, I think it's cheeky. The song has been constantly stuck in my head since it came out. It's definitely a summer smash for these girls, and they should be really proud of themselves. Kelly Clarkson released a music video for her single Invincible this week, and it's definitely got this empowerment quality to it. I expect nothing less from Kelly. I think Invincible is a smart choice for summer right now. I think it's one of the better songs on Piece by Piece. She's definitely knocking out of the park with single choices off this album. And even if it doesn't do that well commercially, I definitely think this will be a classic for Kelly fans for years to come. Now, the last music video got publicity all this weekend, but I don't think it worked out in the band's favor. Maroon 5 released the music video for This Summer's Gonna Hurt, and of course, Adam Levine is naked in it. Not that I'm complaining about it. but it just seems so desperate and so thirsty for a hit. I guess they thought they were going to get a viral hit if they were just going to have Adam Levine's ass all over the screen, and last night when I checked, it barely cracked 1 million views, and you have to sign in to watch the video since it's age restricted because of the nudity. I'm not sure if it'll be on top this summer or be a dud, but so far it's looking like a dud. Sorry guys, but better luck next time. That's about it for this week's episode. I usually wrap things up with songs that you must listen to this week. I'm going to change it up a little bit. I am going to recommend an EP that you guys should listen to. You should listen to Ali X's Collection 1. It is phenomenal. I haven't stopped listening to it. I've been dying to write a review about it, but every time I go to write it, I just want to listen to it over and over and over again, and I get lost in the short 7-track set. You guys should definitely check it out. I'm going to promise to get the review up this week. It is the future of pop, and Ali X is definitely 100% going to be a big star in the later half of this year. June is a very busy month for pop music. We have Major Lazer releasing today. We have Florence and the Machine releasing tomorrow. We have Hilary, Duff, Adam Lambert, Giorgio Moroder. We have all of them releasing on June 16th. There's so many other albums coming out this month. It is going to be overload this month with new music, so always keep your eyes peeled on the website and this channel. You guys will be the first to know big things that are happening in the pop music world, and I am so excited to share them with you. Remember to give me a thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe to the channel so you can see everything first, leave a comment below, we can go back and forth, and I will see you guys next week. Take care.